Yeah, it's a very complex question indeed, I would say. I think we can split it into the political situation is not affecting directly the business of Bonfiglioli so much because our direct exposure into the Russia, Ukraine and so on was not so heavy. So direct exposure is not really the crucial issue. There are of course a lot of consequences coming from the political situation in terms of possibility of incoming raw materials, energy cost and so on and so forth. And I would say the biggest effect of this is on the cost of the product, which is suffering enormously, and I know we're not alone in that. It's the whole of Europe is in that direction. So that is an issue that's creating a lot of industrial inflation, which will at some point in time in some way reflect on the end users market, and that is a worry that gives a lot of uncertainty to the upcoming future. In terms of supply chain, the disruption has been, I would say, not so heavy in terms of the long distance international disruption that many people have. In other words, at Bonfiglioli we applied for many years a logic of local for local production. So we tend to produce the product near the market and to utilize for every macro region of the world, for every continent, suppliers that are local. And therefore, the impact of the disruption, for example, of China, the lockdown of Shanghai, this type of thing, is more limited than one may expect. This is due definitely to our strategy, which we implemented many, many years ago. The other thing is, I would say, the electronics, because our electronic product, on the other hand, is suffering for supply chain shortages of components like everybody else, and is suffering in a major, important way. In that respect, of course, it's a limitation to our capacity of growth, because we had this year a wonderful opportunity of growth, but the lack of components, semiconductors basically, is limiting our capacity to produce.